Hey guys, Cindy Williams here, travel career coach from careersonvacation.com. So I get questions all the time, being an industry expert, about what should I know if I'm considering a career in travel, or if I want to be a travel agent? What are the important things for me to know? So I wanted to make this quick video to give you the top 5 things you should really know before starting your career in travel. The first one is, are you passionate about travel? If you're not passionate about travel, figure out what you're passionate about and go make a career out of that. The travel industry is one of those things that requires ongoing learning. To make the most money in the industry, you should be traveling to some extent to visit different areas and share that with your consumers and with your customer base. So are you passionate about travel? If your answer to that question is yes, then that will take us to point number 2. I want to talk about the types of different travel agents that there are. So if you'd like to set up your agency from home, that's very doable in today's marketplace. I actually started in the travel industry way back in the 90s when we had brick and mortar travel agencies. I went to travel school. I sold my first $1 million in 1995 in my 20s. So I've been doing this for a long time, and the industry has had a lot of amazing changes. But one of the most amazing things about running an agency or being a travel agent in today's environment is you really can do it 100% from home in a portable business or while you travel. We go on long adventures and we're able to work from the road, from wherever we're traveling, and still keep our business operational and running. So that's one of the great things. In terms of the types of agents that there are, there's a few different ways you can endeavor to become a travel agent. The first is if you have experience in the industry, or maybe you worked back in 90s or early 2000s and you're thinking about getting back in the industry again, you can actually start your own agency. So you can get certified through CLIA or IATAN directly and start your own agency from home. Now there's more, you should have some industry experience if you are going to go down that route, because you need to know how systems and processes and things work before you can really just embark on opening your own agency where you don't have resources or someone you can ask or something like that. So that's the first route. The second route that a lot of people opt for is a process called hosting. Now, there's good hosts and there's not so good hosts. What hosting is, let me start there. Hosting is the process where a host sets up their credentials. So they have their credentials through IATAN and CLIA. They carry some insurances, although it's still recommended that you carry your own insurance, and they are registered with all the travel suppliers. So you can work through a host, get your logins, and they basically turn on a bunch of user IDs, and you have access to book travel as a travel agent. Now, under hosting, you're going to share a percentage of your commission for as the agreement of hosting with them, and a lot of them have monthly fees. Now, the biggest red flag with hosting that I'll give you a secret tip on is if they're asking you to do recruiting, it's probably like an MLM scam and not a real host. Not always, but 90% of the time, if their fee is like 70, 80 bucks a month and they're asking you, oh, you can make all this money by recruiting your friends, that's an MLM, so be careful of that. I recommend you go to hostagencyreviews.com, and they'll give you some write-ups and some reviews of the host agencies that are out there, so maybe you can find a fit that's good for you. And then the last type is you can work for an agency. So you could work for an agency that's already up and running. A lot of times agencies won't have monthly fees, but you just still do a commission split, because obviously they have a website, they have marketing, they have some things that are going on. So no matter what, whether you're set up as your own owner, whether you're hosting with someone, whether you work for another agency, in our industry today, 90% of the time, you are still going to be responsible for finding your own leads. So if you are hosting, they don't provide you with leads. Okay. And if you're working for another agency, what most of the models have moved to in today's environment is they say, yeah, you're all set up, you're ready to go, you can sell, but you are responsible for building your clientele. If they do have some leads coming through the agency through their marketing methods, they're usually like a few here and there, but it's not enough where you're going to make a real huge income in this industry. So that's the next one. Be prepared to get, find, and collect your own leads. And that's where a lot of people get stuck. They sign up with a host, or they start working for an agency, and they expect all these phone calls to start coming in, or they think friends and family is going to pay the bills with all of their travel. You have to be ready to go out and get your own clients. So that's an important thing to know too. The next one is, if you want to have a niche, that there's nothing wrong with that. You don't, and this is great news, you don't have to know how to sell the entire world to be really successful in this industry. I have clients who, sell $1 million or more a year just selling Disney or just doing cruises. You can niche your business. In fact, there's some great, top selling niches that are really performing well in our industry. So you don't have to learn everything. In fact, it seems counterintuitive, but it's actually a disservice to your client if you take on doing like an African safari and you know nothing about booking African safaris. Should you really be handling that for a client? Probably not. So it's okay to let those leads go or pass those on to other agents in our community that handle that, and then maybe they'll pass you back whatever you're focusing. It might be Fun and Sun, all inclusives, it might be Disney, it might be cruises, it might be Hawaii, it might be European tours, whatever. But the point being is you can sell what you're passionate about. You can sell where you've traveled, and you don't have to have, as long as you have a great attitude, passionate about travel, and a willingness to learn, you can take your prior travel experiences and turn this into a home-based career for yourself, which is awesome. That's cool news. The last thing I wanted to share. So I coach and consult people who are running big agencies from home, right? The misconception getting into this industry is, can I leave my full-time job? Can I do this full-time? You can, but you really have to understand you need to run your travel business like a business and not a hobby. So what do I mean by that? So it's okay to run and start your business or start doing travel part-time and keep your full-time job and get it up and running until it's supporting you to the point where, boom, you can click your fingers and you know you're going to be making enough money because your travel agency is producing. That's a really safe way to get into the industry, but you should know from the beginning, the people that make the most money in this industry, the people that are the six-figure business owners plus that are, you see traveling all over and doing all this great stuff, they are running it like a business. It's not just a hobby where if I get a call, I might book a vacation. You have to have a marketing plan. You have to know what your goals are. You have to know what marketing works in our industry. You have to know how to leverage the different platforms. All these things, don't get overwhelmed. They can be learned, but have your mindset in a place where you know that you're going to have to invest in some learning. You're going to have to invest in some knowledge and getting all of that set up if you really want to do this at an exceptional level to make a lot of money. So I hope this video was helpful for you guys. This is one of the top questions that we get all the time is, how do I get into the industry? How do I be the most successful I can? If you're not already following my page on Facebook, we have a great group where we do free training for aspiring travel agents. And so check us out at Careers on Vacation on Facebook or our website as well. If you're looking for a mentor, for someone to help you guide you into the industry, consider reaching out to us. Hope you guys have a great day. Oh, please like and subscribe if this video content is helpful for you, and so we know to keep making these videos. Bye, guys.